Oh, oh, my goodness. I didn't realize it was this easy to make ramen noodles taste authentic. Hey guys, welcome back to A Homemade Homestead. My name's Jesse. If you're new to our channel and you don't know me yet, today I want to talk to you about something I'm super passionate about, and that is noodles. I gotta be honest, I've become an adult. I'm past the high school and college age. We've got 3 kids of our own. I'm married, I've got our own house, and one of my favorite foods is still college food, noodles. It's sort of like a guilty pleasure food of mine, and it's simple, and it goes all the way back to when I was still living in my parents' house. But nothing wrong with that. And if you're like me, sometimes it's those guilty pleasure foods that are the most satisfying. The weather's starting to get a little bit colder outside, and you know, there's nothing wrong with sitting down to a nice hearty bowl of just plain noodles. It really warms the soul. I was thinking about it, and I could stand to shake things up a little bit. I don't know if you're like me in that way, but I'm just content with just a plain old seasoning packet that comes in the bag, and that's what I stick with, and it's great, don't get me wrong. But I was thinking I might like to try to spice it up a little bit. So what I did is I went on the internet. These are not my own ideas. If you want to look at the different spins on these noodles that I'm about to show you, you can go to insider.com, and that's where I got these if you're more of the reader type and you like to read the instructions and find out what to do. But that's where I found these. If you want to go check it out, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Just a real quick tip before we get going with these things. If you're wanting to try all these different varieties along with me, but you don't want to just make yourself sick with a whole bowl of ramen for each variation, for each flavor, what you can do, what I did, was I cooked up a whole big batch of noodles, about 3 or 4 packages worth. Once they were all cooked, drained out the water, rinsed the noodles with some good cold water just to keep them from cooking or softening anymore. And then I put them in the fridge, and so I could draw on them whenever I would need them. I wasn't sure if that was going to work, but it does. And when you're ready to try a bowl of noodles, go ahead and take out however much you want. Get a kettle of steaming hot water and just pour the hot water over the noodles, and that'll warm the noodles right back up for that bowl that you want. You can leave the rest in the fridge for a later time. What I'm going to be doing is, since there's just so many different ways you could take this, I'm just going to be taking you through the top 3 that I thought looked the most interesting to me. So you'll be getting my first time reaction to some of these. But the first one we're going to be talking about is just a very simple ad. I figured I'd start with simple first. And I started off with a base of beef flavoring, picante chicken, and chili flavor. Those are the 3 different season packets that I'm working with. So let's just give this a try. What I did was I got my noodles all cooked up and got the water nice and steaming hot, got a nice steamy broth going. And to that I just added, what I'm gonna try first was my beef packet, my beef seasoning. And to that I added some sriracha, just a dash, and stirred it in. And you'll have to play with these flavors to decide how strong a flavor you like. I ended up actually having to add quite a bit of sriracha. I was surprised. Let's give that a try. Woo! Woo! I've tried this already once. Ooh, but that had more of a bite than I remembered. Oh, that's good though. It takes me immediately right to like a Chinese restaurant. Like you'd go in, you'd order a bowl of noodles or whatever. It gives it a really authentic taste. I'm really surprised. I don't know, this takes me all the way back to when I was a teenager, and we would go up into the city. My parents, they had this tiny little hole-in-the-wall Chinese place that was just kind of tucked away. You didn't really, it didn't draw attention to itself, but when you went in, it had like some of the best Chinese food. And that's kind of what this reminds me of. It's like, you know that when you walk into a Chinese place and you get that just smell of, you know, Chinese food, for lack of a better description. It's very authentic, very homey flavored. That is excellent. Let's get to the other two flavor packets with the sriracha. Okay, so as far as the picante chicken or the chili flavor packet, honestly, I wasn't nearly as impressed with the sriracha ad. I feel like I had to just douse the sriracha in the noodles just to even taste the stuff. And with the picante flavor and the chili, they both had their own spice to them anyway. And the flavoring was such that it just sort of overpowered the sriracha. You didn't really taste it at all. So the beef flavor definitely wins out. If you're gonna add sriracha, definitely go with the beef flavor. That's the best one. I'm actually kind of reluctant to try the next variety just because that one was awesome, and I feel like where else can you go? How can you get better than that? But we're pressing on. The next thing we're gonna try is a little bit more Thai inspiration. Gonna take some of our peanut butter. I'm actually using the crunchy peanut butter because, well, that was the jar we had up here. But then I started thinking about it. I was just like, ooh, give it that nice crunch, you know, just that nice little add with those noodles that you get. Sometimes you get just the whole peanuts right in the dish, which are pretty good. So I got just a little dollop of peanut butter, and I'm gonna pour some soy sauce or liquid aminos over it. Give it a little bit of whisk. Use those cocoa aminos to try to help moisten it up and make it easy to incorporate. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm even going beyond what the website said, because all it said was to add peanut butter. But Rachel, honestly, she's the cook of the house, and she's just like, oh, you might want to do this. I'm like, all right. This is all foreign to me, guys, but just a dash of ginger. And see how this goes. Next, I'm going to add my water. Get my broth going. Oh, that helps. Now that'll break down the peanut butter. Sort of make a sauce out of this, hopefully. Since the beef flavor worked so well with the last one, that's the flavor I'm going to try this time. I'm going to start off with it. Smells good. Oddly. Not too bad. Holy crap. Seriously. I didn't realize it was this easy to make ramen noodles taste authentic. That is really stinking good. Oh, my goodness. And you got those peanut butter, those peanut chunks left over in there, you know, after the peanut butter part sort of melted and incorporated with the sauce. You got those peanuts left over in the broth. Oh, that is really good. Yeah, I think I may just stick with the beef flavor. This is turning out to be a really big winner. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead on this one. So the peanut butter with the soy sauce, a little bit of ginger. Oh, excellent. I feel like I'm making myself some real authentic Asian noodles right now. It's amazing. Okay, moving on. All right, we saved the more complicated and, well, the healthiest one for last. I'm kind of sad that it's already coming to an end so quickly. I had no idea that all these different variations of noodles were going to be this good. I'm very pleasantly surprised. But this one is just a vegetable variety. Also decided I was just going to stick with the beef packet. There's enough variety here to keep me going for a long time. So what I did was added that beef packet to some warm water. And what the website suggested I do, what I did was just chopped up some vegetables. I use cabbage and carrots and garlic Would have used onion too, but we just didn't have any chopped up, and I didn't really feel like chopping any up. So you add as many veggies as you want in there. You pour the water over it, and I let that sit for a minute. The website says that you can add your veggies in like a minute before your noodles are done cooking. I cooked all my noodles up beforehand, so I just got some piping hot water and poured over those vegetables and let them sit for a minute, sort of marinate in that broth. Again, I added that beef packet, then I added the noodles. Let's see how this goes. Try to get some veggies in with it. I feel so much more sophisticated about eating ramen. This is so good. This doesn't immediately jump out as one of those authentic, Chinese restaurant flavors like the other two did, but it's still really stinking good. And like I said, it makes me feel a little bit better eating all of this ramen with all those fresh vegetables in there. I may have wanted to add the noodles in a little bit later. Just let the vegetables sort of soften up a little bit longer before I added the noodles. Maybe I'll just let this sit a little bit longer. But look at that. It even looks authentic, doesn't it? Doesn't that look great? And honestly, how can you go wrong adding garlic to something? And guys, I feel like I've just scratched the surface of possibility here. There's so many different ways you could take this. Like, I just tried the straightforward, vegetables with beef flavor, then a little bit of soy sauce and peanut butter. I tried those different spins on it, but you could mix and match any one of these things. I haven't even tried all the different flavor packets yet, but I was thinking maybe you could add some peanut butter to this vegetable dish. You could add some soy sauce, get some ginger in there, add the sriracha to this vegetable stuff. This is awesome. I have good reason to invest in ramen again. So yeah, if you guys are like me and you appreciate a good bowl of ramen noodles, give these things a try. These things are amazing. And this is just 3 different varieties. I think I'm going to call that for this video and leave you guys to go try some of these on your own. Me, I'm gonna go finish up enjoying these noodles in peace. So, thanks for tuning into this video. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. This stuff is amazing. Oh, I said that? But if you appreciate a good bowl of noodles, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We really look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hope you have a good one. Take it easy. Delightful. Oh my gosh. So yummy.